Welcome back, guys. It's another one of those fun list videos with your boy Broncos Guru. Here we go. Today we're going to talk about 10 things that no one tells you about boat ownership. Also, as normal, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe below. We got a lot going on with the channel, and I don't want you to miss a thing. Let's dive right in. Number one is going to be the total cost of ownership. That's right, guys. We all know boats are expensive. That's not a shock by any stretch of the means. And we do know a lot about the basic costs. You're obviously going to have to put fuel in this thing. You're going to have to store it somewhere. And heck, if you bought a bigger boat than you can handle now, you may even need to buy a new tow vehicle. And if you're not going to store it at a marina, you may have to store it outside. We understand those kind of things as well. Maintenance costs are going to come up. There's going to be things you're going to have to fix, and we got to calculate that in. Of course, boat insurance and things like that as well. Some of the things that people don't talk about, though, are, well, you're going to want to tweak your boat. Make it your own. Heck, maybe add a pair of tower speakers. But you know what? That's never going to end. Now you need 4. 4 tower speakers not enough? Let's add some toys to tow behind this thing. Throw a couple of racks on the side. And the biggest cost of all, well, winter hits, and you start to really realize that you miss your boating. Then all of a sudden it happens. Your buddy posts his video and him and his friends still out in Florida having a good old time. And then the largest cost of boating hits all together. You start shopping for canal front homes in Florida. We're looking to move. Number 2 on our list, guys, is going to be how much time you will spend cleaning and maintaining your boat. That's right. Goes back to number 1 a little bit. We realize boats are expensive and they're going to have a high cost. All of a sudden, you start taking the boat to your shop to get maintenance done, realize how much they're charging you, but forget how much they're charging you. How long they want to keep your boat for is what really turns this on in the end. They tell you it's going to be 3 weeks to a month before you get your boat back. You know what? You say, I'm going to YouTube and I'm going to figure out how to do this myself. And also figure out that it's about $700 a year cheaper to do it yourself. So you dive right in. But you don't really realize how much time this takes. And then, heck, it's not even the maintenance part that takes the most time. These things live on the water, so they are consistently getting dirty. The amount of time that most boat owners will spend just cleaning their boat is about 2 to 3 hours a week if they use it several times a week. So, gotta plan a little time and budget a little money on this stuff as well, guys. And number 3 on the list, guys, is going to be all of a sudden you realize how many friends and family members you have. That's right, you bought that sweet new ride, you posted that picture on Facebook, and guess what happens? Next Saturday, Uncle Jeb and the family show up. They're there and they're ready to ride. That's right. They're planning to live that boating lifestyle with you. Sometimes some of these friends will be welcome friends and family, obviously, and we do enjoy the welcome friends and family when they come along because they make the boating lifestyle just a little bit more fun and enjoyable. We'll always welcome them to come out and have a good time. Heck, we'll even bend a little bit and we'll allow those family members that like to bring the kids along, bring the Cheetos up into the front seat of the boat and start trying to ruin the interior. But just about the time we feel like we've got more friends and family members than we can possibly think about to do with our boating lifestyle, the in-laws show up. That's right, guys. You can't forget about them at all either. And for some reason, all these groups of folks, they always show up with no gas money. Somebody go figure that one out for me. And number 4 on this, guys, is, well, how stressful your new stress relieving hobby can be. Guess what, guys? You bought that boat. You thought, man, it's going to be all fun and games. We're going to go out there with the family and have a good time. Life is going to be better on a boat for us. And that first time out, bam, you bring the boat off the dock and you've cracked the fiberglass. You can't believe you made such a boneheaded mistake right out the gate and stresses start flaring already. That's right, guys. People will just get fired up real quickly on the boat, and the next thing you know, you've got to get this thing back to the dock again. So all of a sudden, tempers are really going, and you start going back as everybody starts to try and relax to get this back into the dock. You can feel the stress and the pressure. Your wife can feel it sitting right there along with you as well, and you've done it. You've gotten it on the dock. Good job, my good sir. But you still got to get it on the trailer. Once again, guys, all these things add on to the stress of boating. Try and take it as easy as you can. Other than that, you're going to wind up with a lot of this time where your wife's telling you what in the world made you think you were getting into this hobby. And number 5 on our list, guys, well, you know what? You're always going to want a bigger, better boat. I was a little naive when I first started boating. I thought there was only 3 kinds of boats. Center consoles, pontoons, and of course the infamous bow rider. That's right. I had a very narrow mindset when I first started boating. I'm sure a lot of people when they first started boating thought the same thing. All of a sudden you quickly learn once you get into this boating lifestyle, there is a plethora of boats to fit any need. Heck, some of these things don't even need water anymore. And no matter what kind of boating lifestyle you decide you're going to get into or what kind of boat you're going to get into, one thing's going to be constant. You will always be shopping for the next bigger, badder boat. That's right. Even if you start off with just a super cautious lifestyle like, hey, let's get a jet ski and get on the water. The next thing you know, you're going to probably have a bow rider and get the family out there and get something a little bigger. Next thing, well, maybe we're going to go to that pocket cruiser lifestyle. That's right, guys, you're moving up. Now you want something with a little more speed, we're going to go out and get us one of those nice fancy speedboats, but it just doesn't hold enough people, so the next thing you move on to is one of those centered consoles with the 4 outboards on the back that still gives you that speed you need. Kids go off to college, we'll go ahead and get us a little sport fisher and we'll do a little fishing on the side. All this time you're really just building up to that ultimate boat purchase. And once you make that ultimate boat purchase, you succeeded in life, guys, and you know the real meaning of boat ownership. And the number 6 thing people won't tell you about boat ownership, well, you know what? You're going to become obsessed with the weather. You're going to learn to hate this man right here and pray he never comes to your town. You're going to download every single weather app you can get on your phone, your laptop, your computer, whatever you're doing. You're going to buy Doppler radars for the house. You're going to buy Doppler radars for the boat, any kind of sonar radar or anything you can possibly imagine to keep up with the weather, guys. You're going to do everything to make sure your Saturday is perfect and want to know well in advance. You will spend many, many countless hours watching the weather. Yeah, I would probably watch this weather as well. But this will keep you up to date on everything you're going to do. You'll be spending time on the weatherchannel.com website. All of a sudden, just to hit Saturday and boom, it's raining anyway. You know what? I guess the only thing you can do is go back to YouTube, watch some of your boy Bronco Guru's videos, and you know what? Let's just wait for the next Saturday. And the number 7 thing nobody talks about boat ownership, guys, well, boating will take over your life. That's right. You'll be sitting at the office daydreaming about going out on your boat. You will spend countless hours scouring the web, looking at pictures and videos, just trying to figure out what you're going to do for the weekend. You will spend hours on websites like West Marine and Overton's trying to buy new things for the boat. You will also spend hours shopping for that next boat, guys. You know what? Then all of a sudden it kind of clicks. You just can't handle it anymore. You can't work. You're going to have to call in sick. The boss bit and you're doing a skip day to go boating. That's when things really start to change in your life. You've called Ryan and Brenda up and they're going to join you guys and do the same thing. You'll start going out boating on weekdays, on days you're supposed to be at work. You will also start planning vacations around it. The boat will become like a child. You can't go anywhere without this thing. So you're just going to take it everywhere. Every time you go on vacation and do anything, the boat's going with you. A boating lifestyle at that point in time has really just taken over your life, guys. But don't worry, life is good. Life is good at that point as well. Guys, and the number 8 thing on our list, get your family's approval first. I know that sounds a little crazy, but you know what, guys? If your wife and kids' favorite thing on a Saturday is sitting around and reading books, or if they've got just a ton of things going on, like they're playing soccer and they're out there just enjoying themselves playing some t-ball, and you've got kids playing basketball as well, and you know what? Your other son's playing golf. Your family may be a little too busy for boating. And then if you look at your wife one day and say, honey, would you like to go to the boat show with me? And she kind of says, no, I think I'm going to go have lunch with Deborah instead. You might be in a little bit of trouble, but you go out and buy that boat anyway. The wife tries to pretend like she's into it, but you know what? All of a sudden it really just starts a fight about, honey, why are you always gone? Why are you always on that boat? Well, you know what? This relegates your boat all of a sudden to sit in the marina and more than likely winds up with your boat for sale somewhere as well. And then you will become one of the saddest boaters at all. You miss that lifestyle because you didn't really get the family's approval first to do this. And guys, number 9 on our list is something I almost never hear anybody talk about. A quality trailer is important. That's right. You and the wife went out, decided we're going to do it. We're buying a boat. You guys get stoked about getting out there on the water. Can't wait to see these nice, beautiful sunsets you're going to get at the end of the day. And you know what? You think, we got a truck. We'll just put it in the back. Well, you know what, guys? That doesn't really work. So most people start trying to cut corners here. Like, how can I save money on this boat purchase? What's the cheapest trailer you got? Go ahead and give me that painted trailer. Don't matter if I live in salt water and that thing's going to turn into a rust bucket. Guys, if you do anything, you want to make sure you buy a nice trailer, especially if you're going to tow and don't plan on keeping your boat on the water or in a marina. This is one of the biggest investments you'll make as a boat, besides a house. Go ahead and get something that'll get it there safely. Guys, and number 10 on our list about things that people won't tell you about boat ownership is most boat owners are going to go out there assuming that other boaters know what they're doing. And this is a very, very grave mistake, especially here in the United States of America where we will just give keys to anybody. That's right. If you've got enough cash to walk into a dealership, throw down on a boat, they're going to give you the keys and say, enjoy, sir. Have a great time. With no formal training whatsoever, no knowledge of any kind of the markers or barriers. And so we're going to go out there and just assume that every other boater out there knows what we're doing, and maybe if we take care of ourselves, we'll be okay. But then you're going to run into some of these guys that don't know what they're doing just like yourself, and these guys are out there a little bit more aggressive and having a good old time. So make sure you're not one of these guys out there. Please go out there and just get yourself ready for boat ownership, guys. That's right. Go ahead and take some of the Coast Guard safety courses. These things are free. They're offered all over the place. You can find them online. You can find them in your local areas where they will go out and teach you everything you need to know. Also, a lot of times you'll find yourself boating in some kind of rural areas. So why not go ahead and take a CPR course? Or maybe take a first aid course? Because you know what? It may not just be one of your crew's life in danger. You may hear something come over the radio one day where you can actually go out there and help save somebody else's life. And how incredible would something like that be? Guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. And if you don't take anything else from this video, guys, boat ownership's an incredible thing. It really is. No matter what people do or don't tell you before you get involved into boat ownership. Don't stress the small things on this, guys. Really go out there and try and enjoy your boating lifestyle. Go ahead and plan to spend a little bit extra money because you're going to want to add and do various different things that you didn't expect that was going to go onto it. And be prepared to grow with your boating lifestyle. And once again, like I mentioned in one of the other parts of this video, be prepared for it to take over your life a little bit. But it's not a bad thing, guys. You're really going to enjoy this in the end, and hopefully your family will enjoy it in the end as well. You just got to be prepared to let it happen. Whether it's fishing with your buddies or going out and snorkeling or scuba diving, or whether it's going out and wakeboarding or surfing with your friends. Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe below. A lot going on. We got the Bahamas trip coming up to the Exmos this year. We're still working on the Great Loop trip, and I would love for you guys to follow along in all these things. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching.